Hey YouTube, this is David Richter Scale Studios. Welcome to part 10. We're finishing up on the UCMs. I just wanted to show you progress. I'm not completely done yet, but here is one of the condors. I'm starting to paint that pilot. Still haven't figured out how I am going to, see if I can get that in there, paint the frames on the glass. Let me show those to you. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, sorry about the shakiness. So here we're back. There you can see that I have it on a little bit of a white uhu tack on a bamboo rod. So I'm going to have to go in there with some really light, I still got to do some cleanup too, you see right there, to be able to fit flush onto the cockpit. I'm going to have to do some liquid mask. I have some right here. This is stuff that Angel Heraldez uses on his stuff, so hopefully I don't know if I can thin it out or not, or just work it really nicely and paint in all the panes and go in with a dark gunmetal and just do something really simple and be able to kind of show that detail of the pilot. Also, you can see I went over this thing and just did little pickouts of little details with the metallic chrome. I'm still going to pledge this after I finish this. I might do a little black around him to just show depth around, because you only see his shoulders, his mask, and the control console. I know this is probably going a little too far for some of you. You can't even see under that cockpit, but I'll know it's there. And then you can see all the other details finishing up. I did some dry brushing around the vehicle clamps to bring out the detail. There you go. You can see that ochre kind of brings all that out. I really like how that turned out. Also, I did the original base color, the olive drab air, and made a glaze and did some glazing areas. You can see like right there, glazed in there, so that spine sticks out a little bit more. It kind of flattens it all. And also did a little bit of glazing on the plates because that dry brushing was kind of showing up a little too much. Not too much. I'm not too worried about it because I think it's going to be knocked back tremendously with the oil wash. It'll filter a lot of that back. So that is it for right now, and we'll continue on this part in the next one. Hopefully we'll get these guys figured out, how we're going to mount them and get them cleaned up, and get them masked and painted, and then finish that. I just got to do like a little black thing right now. I'll do that off camera, and then get these things pledged. Got my trusty bottle of a pledge somewhere around here. Well, I have a bottle. Yeah, oh, here we go. I keep pledging that little 2-ounce bottle or 1-ounce bottle, and we'll airbrush all that on and get it ready for oil washes. So thanks, and we'll see you in the next part or next section of this part. Okay, just another little quick update. What I did with these guys, let's say a little bit of a fix up on one of these. I'll do this in the very last. I added some little more metallic details on these just to make them break up the surface a little bit. And on the bottoms, I flipped these over and gave it a really quick dusting of the tester dull coat. So the tack, even though I know tack doesn't really take the paint, I've noticed a little bit of, you can wear a little bit of the paint off once in a while. So I just, see if I can pop one of these off real quick. You can see how dull that is on the bottom now. And just put a nice dollop or ball of blue tack under there to hold that for the gloss varnish, and then we'll do a couple coats of gloss varnish on it, let it cure overnight, flip them, use the blue tack on this side gently, and gloss varnish them again, and they'll be ready for the oil wash, and then we'll dull coat them and we're done. Most likely done. We might do some more touch up or something like that. You can see a little bit of work. I need to fix a couple of these right now. You can see the metallic problem right on that one. I got some olive paint on the palette. So we get this fixed real quick. I'll grab a nicer brush. I got this Miniature Zero by Winsor Newton. And this is I've been sitting on the palette too long. We might have a little too much moisture into it right now, and I did thin it out a bit. So I'm just going to use some, and this is thin paint too. I'm using Model Air. So I got the paint right there. There we go. And we're just going to go in there gently. There. Just going to clean those edges up. That's better. I think that's it. I think they're all pretty much cleaned up. I can see another little spot right here. I think I went in there earlier with the thinned out paint, and it kind of just tinted it a little bit, but didn't take away the metallic shine. Also, I noticed I'm going to start using separate reservoirs for metallic paint. It took forever to clean my main tank out. It was like, it looks like Goldschlager, if everyone drank that after you wash it like 3 times. So I'll grab one of the old GW cups and use that strictly for metallic paint, because I don't want to get this into, you get metallic flake into all the paint. It's just driving me nuts. Pardon me, banking the thing. So that is it. You can see the treads all been highlighted, and I think that'll be knocked back with the black wash. And that is it for right now. So we'll be back and get these done. I'm still going to work on the cockpits on these guys, and then I got the canopies set up in something now, and some sanding sticks, because there's a little bit of a flash on these. You got to get them down so they go flash on the fuselage with the canopy against the fuselage. So that'll work. So we'll be back and we'll show you our progress. Thanks. Hey YouTube, we're back. Hope you enjoyed part 9.5. We're on part 10 still. Kind of did a little thing back there. Well, I went and blacked out that cockpit to give it make the pilot stand out. And on this one, I hope you can see this on the camera, did little blue stripes on his helmet to depict his squadron. And then this guy has 2 little red dots, nothing too exciting. And then this guy's got 2 little orange dots on his helmet. So I mean, obviously you can't draw whatever kind of little animal or demon or sunset or whatever. These little stripes turned out okay. And then let's see what it looks like with the cockpit on. So there we go. Hey, you can see these blue stripes through his helmet. I like how the blackout kind of changes from the green. We pop that off, and it's just got a little black silhouette around him. So it shows a little bit of depth in the cockpit. And underneath, because you can't see his legs, they're not. The only thing that is actually sculpted is his shoulders, the back of the seat, helmet. Tried to highlight his goggles a little bit of gray to show shine on the flat black. And you can see his oxygen system. Then I just did a gray console, highlighted a little bit, and then painted it black in the inside. You're not going to see that at all. So I think that's it on the detailing. We're going to be going now to pledge these and then oil wash it, and then we're done. Then we'll glue these on. We might do a little bit of weathering powders. I'm not sure yet. But I really like how these are turning out. Let me get that closer again. I don't know what silverizes, but yeah, that cockpit turned out cool. So thank you for joining me in part 10, and we'll show the final thing with the vehicles in the next part. Then we're going to move on to the troopers, and that's going to be a little bit of a thing. I've never painted little dudes. I've done 15mm when I was a little kid, but nothing like this before. So this will be interesting to do. Obviously, they've been sitting around for a while, so they're well cured with the sand and the PVA. So that is it. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you in part 11.